Alrighty, so we are filming this on my iPhone because I have filmed it on both my cameras and they've both died on me. So, like, the batteries have died on me. So, we're going to do it on here because I swear my iPhone never disappoints. And yeah, so if you saw the title of this video, then you know what it's about. If you think you are miscarrying but it's not been confirmed, I'd rather you not watch this video just yet because I don't need it freaking you out or anything like that. But I just felt like when I was going through this, and I am still technically going through this, that there was a video out there like this for me to watch. I felt like there was nothing that gave me the answers or the help or the comfort I needed. So I hope this gives you what you need, and let's go down memory lane. It's also late at night when I'm filming this. But I was like, you know what, let's put on the cutest jammies you own because that's what's gonna make you feel the best right now. So a couple days after St. Patrick's Day, I was supposed to get my period, and I decided that morning I was gonna take a pregnancy test. And everybody was still sleeping in the house, and I found out that I was pregnant, and I was so happy. We had been trying, so it wasn't like a surprise or it wasn't a shock or anything like that. And I went and woke up my husband, and he didn't even realize that I was supposed to get my period that day. So he was kind of in shock. He knew it was possible that I'd be pregnant, but he just didn't think he'd hear the news that soon. So he was obviously excited for me, and we told Elizabeth, we took photos and all this stuff, and we were just so happy that we were going to be able to complete our family this year. I wanted Elizabeth and her sibling to be 2 years apart, so they would have been 2.5 years apart. And it was going to be perfect, and we were going to tell everybody Mother's Day weekend. And yeah, it felt so good to see that the pregnancy test said I was pregnant. So I had a blood test done. I had multiple phone calls with my doctor because as of right now, we're in quarantine, right? So things look a little different these days when you're pregnant. And had we known that it was going to be this serious, we would have never tried. But at the time, you know, things were still open. Like, it was not like this at all. So we were definitely a little nervous because it was going to be a totally different kind of pregnancy. And we couldn't really, I mean, in a way we could use Elizabeth's experience to know what to expect, but at the same time we really didn't know what to expect with this pregnancy. So that was a little nerve-wracking, but we were still super, super excited. So let's fast forward to Friday, April 24th. I was on the phone with the doctor. So it is, okay, I'm gonna try not to cry, but it is April 24th. Richard literally just left for work, and I noticed, careful sweetie, I noticed when I went to the bathroom earlier that when I wiped it was a little pink, and I wasn't quite sure if that meant blood or not. And I know it can be normal for spotting. Okay, mommy will go get my iPad for Baby Shark. So not that I'm like monetized, but I don't know. I just, in case this video ever were to get monetized, I'm gonna try and go a little farther away so that you can't hear Baby Shark. But anywho, and then yesterday, before I went to bed, I Googled, like, because I haven't had really a strong, like, I haven't really been super nauseous. I haven't had, my symptoms haven't been really strong. And so I don't know if that means that my levels are low or if I'm just tolerating this pregnancy easier, because they say that is a thing too, not to worry. So I haven't, and I actually was going to go in for blood work sooner. I debated. I thought about this, whether I should go, and then I was like, you know what, just wait. So what they wanted me to do is, so I don't have to go twice, is go May 5th and go get it done, everything. So blood work again and my ultrasound appointment. And I remember watching Elle Fowler's video when she was pregnant with James, saying that she was spotting and she was freaking out, and her dad's an OB, and basically he said there's nothing you can do, just like wait it out kind of thing. So I don't know if that's what I should do. He said try to get a hold of my doctor, but I know for a fact there's no way I'm going to be able to get a hold of her. She's not going to be there. So I'm going to try and call the walk-in clinic. I'm going to give it like an hour and see if it progresses. Because if I am, DM word, if that's happening, then there's really nothing anybody can do about it. I just can monitor it. I might have to like, it just depends, right? There's so many different things, but 1 second. You don't want this one? So yeah, I'm going to wait and see if anything happens and then call. I feel like I'm gonna be sick. But I don't know, like, I just don't, I don't know if I should call Richard and just see, and have him call in. I don't know. So, Saturday morning, he asked me how I was doing, like he does every morning. Elizabeth likes to run into our bedroom and wake him up and say hi. And I said, honestly, not good. You know, I explained the situation, what happened the night before. And also something I forgot to mention was that night I called Telehealth Ontario and I thought I'd be speaking to a nurse, which it wasn't. They said if I wanted to speak to a nurse, I wouldn't be able to talk to them until Sunday between midnight and 3 a.m., which I really didn't want to do. So I said, no, it's okay, like, Anywho, Richard's putting Alyssa down for a nap, and I had him go pick up a pregnancy test, and as you can see, like, there's still 2 lines in there, so my levels are still, to me, pretty high, which makes me feel good about this, and it stopped. It wasn't even, like, consistent. It was just, like, I feel like spotting is the best, but to me, spotting is, like, here or there. What are you doing, Kat? Oh my gosh. Cat, excuse me. Sunshine. What are you doing? Anywho, don't mind my hair, but I feel like not too many people regret things in life. I do. I for sure regret one thing. This is another one, and I kind of wish I would have gone this morning. But I think at this point, it's like if you don't feel any symptoms, don't be concerned. This is what I'm reading anyways. And there's a lot of bleeding, then definitely be calling the hospital. And yeah, so I ended up bleeding again. I ended up starting again. Everything's closed. All the clinics are closed now. So my only other hope is the hospital if I have to go. So I'm just going to have to wait it out and see. And even then, I don't even know what their protocol is going to be. I'll have to call for sure before I go. But that's what's kind of up right now. And usually I'll put like a YouTube video on in the background while Elizabeth's playing. And I was going to watch Tiffany Beeston's like pregnancy, I don't know, cleaning video or something. I can't remember what it was. Day in the life maybe, but I just can't right now. Trying to stay positive though and hoping it's nothing serious. Alrighty, so I'm going to you guys are on my iPad right now. I don't know where I put my phone. And I thought I'd come in and say hi and talk to you guys. Oh. So you guys know that I didn't end up going to the clinic today, and I regret it because I could have had answers a lot sooner. I also just thought the bleeding would stop, and it hasn't. It hasn't gotten worse. There's no tissue, and I have no other symptoms. And this whole pregnancy, I really haven't had anything crazy. So I'm gonna go tomorrow, and I'm hoping they can get me some sort of emergency ultrasound tomorrow. That's what's gonna, I feel like, make all worth it. Because I'm supposed to do a live circle at 10 a.m. and I guess I kind of I want answers tomorrow, and I don't want to wait. Depression is such a strong word, but today has been mentally exhausting. I go through Hill's moments, whatever you want to call it, which is just putting Elizabeth to bed, so I'm gonna go on the computer. But all like in my moments of sadness and confusion and wonder, and worry, I just want to sit on the couch. I watch TV. I don't want to move. I just want to sit. I don't want to clean. I love to clean. I don't want to play with Elizabeth. I just want to sit. And Richard's been up. He didn't get much sleep last night. He does night shift, and I woke him up before 8 o'clock to go get a pregnancy test. And I still have it. It's still here. Oh, you can't see in the light. But like, so I don't know. I feel like it'd be fainter if my levels were lower. So I'm trying to stay positive, but it's hard when you don't know the answers, and you just want the news. So I'm hoping, like I said, there is a ultrasound clinic at in my area, and a walk-in clinic. So I'm gonna go there, and like I said, I don't think anybody's gonna be there, but I'll bring my mask and stuff and keep you guys updated. But yeah, I'm staying positive with the fact that it's not heavy. It's not been heavy. And I've had no other symptoms. I'm not cramping, nothing like that. I was sitting on the floor for a really long time with Elizabeth, and my back is sore from it, which I get that. Other than that, I don't have a fever, I don't have chills, and nothing like that. So yeah, I'm just hoping for good things, and like I said, I'll keep you guys posted, but mentally, it's been a roller coaster today. I mean, thankfully, I've had Elizabeth to keep myself busy. I've had Elizabeth, I feel like, a lot, just because, he woke up, came home, gave me the test, basically left, got groceries, came back, put Elizabeth for a nap, and then, we hung out and stuff, and then, got up, and he basically went out to cut the grass, then came in, and then it was, time to make dinner, so, it's crazy, it doesn't take much, and your whole day is filled. But yeah, so, which is good, because I didn't know if I was going to go in or not, and I didn't know what was going to happen, and so I wanted to make sure everything got done today. It's all supposed to rain tomorrow, so I wanted to make sure that everything was done before tomorrow, and I'll call to get the heads up too, and just let them know. They'll know who I am, because I talked to her today on the phone. But yeah, if I can get some answers sooner than later, then I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I think it'd be different if I was cramping and it was heavy, and I just just knew, but I don't know, and I don't want to assume the worst. If it's, and this is also one of the, I think too, one of the reasons too why we're not doing a sneak peek is for situations like this, because it would hurt more, knowing the gender. It would just, I think, break my heart even. It would just be so much harder on us mentally, everything, and especially right now during these times, if it is what it is, I want to be able to heal and breathe, and I know it would just make things harder because he would have known, and we have to be strong for Elizabeth, and I hope I'm making sense, but I'll keep you guys updated. I have a feeling I'm not going to sleep tonight, but I haven't cried. I've made sure. I've gotten a little bit teary, but I want to make sure I didn't cry, because I just feel like it's not good for baby, and Elizabeth needs me as well. So yeah, Richard's been super supportive. and I've been keeping him in the loop, and letting him know how it's healing and updating him on everything. But yeah, and he's totally respected my decision to do whatever I want, kind of thing, which is nice. But yeah, alrighty, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I'm gonna try and work on a video, and yeah, honestly, and it's hard because I don't want to explain myself why I'm missing from social media and stuff. That's the thing too. You know, it's just like, you just don't want so many people to know, and only me and Richard don't right now. So, and I don't know when I'll even share this with you guys, but I'd like to at some point, because I'm sure it will help somebody. And, you know, maybe you will see this and I'll come on here like, it was all for nothing, like all this worry and confusion, and I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. But I'm trying to journal everything and keep you guys in the loop. So yeah, alrighty. It would help. So the following day, so Sunday, I went and saw the doctor, and he got me paperwork to go get an ultrasound done sooner than later. I was supposed to go today, actually, for my first ultrasound, but he wanted to get me in sooner just to be safe, and I totally agreed. So I got an appointment for Tuesday. Alrighty, so I am 9 weeks and 4 days, and I'm still spotting a little bit, so I'm going to head into the walk-in clinic and see what they say, what they advise, things like that. I don't have any other symptoms, I'm just spotting. So I just want to make sure everything's okay and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, I'm hoping nobody's there. But, yeah, alrighty, so that is where I'm off to, and I will update you guys. I decided to go today because I was still spotting, and mentally I need some answers, and I'm going crazy sitting at home, and I regretted not going yesterday morning because I could have possibly gotten some answers sooner. And the longer I wait, right, the longer I'm going to get answers. So I'm really, really hoping that I can get an ultrasound down today. I mean, we shall see. I think because I'm not experiencing any other symptoms, I can't see them doing that. We shall see. So, alrighty. So mentally I'm feeling better now that I've went to the doctor and talked to him. He said that, this is really normal, which is what I've read. But I just wanted to get the ball rolling. So now I actually have paperwork. So I figured this way, instead of going to see my OB, who's in the city, I don't know, it just made more sense to come here. So I'm hoping that I can come back and get a ultrasound here. If not, I'll go there. And once I get the ultrasound, then I will go get my blood work done as well. I think I'll just try and do both. Oh, and there's my brother-in-law and sister. Probably wondering why the heck I just left the medical building. Alrighty, so Elizabeth's just playing with the new magnets that I grabbed out of the crawl space. That's your mommy? Oh, she's beautiful. Anyhow, I said I would keep you guys updated, and I went to get in the shower, and when I did, right before, I was like, okay, either a lot of blood is just, flowing out of me, or I just basically peed my pad without, realizing it, or controlling it, I should say. And so when I went to go in the shower, I saw a huge blood clot. I don't know if they're called that, but it basically, that. And, Sorry, I can't. I'm just like all over the place. You found money? So that happened, and ever since then, like I'm gonna have to change my pad soon. It's been a lot of blood coming out, and I'm hoping to get an ultrasound tomorrow. But it's just crazy because I don't feel anything. I don't. But it's just crazy from that 48 hours from when I first saw like a little bit of pinkish when I wiped to now. So basically I'm preparing for the worst. I'm hoping for a miracle, but I'm just, I don't know. I couldn't imagine going into, an ultrasound and them telling you like they couldn't find a heartbeat or something. And, at least this way, it's like I kind of expected. I've kind of had a few days to mourn, and not that anything has been confirmed yet, but just expect the worst. Like, I don't be surprised if they tell me basically that, there's no baby. And I've had such an easy pregnancy so far. Why are you screaming? I've had such an easy pregnancy, and so when I was like looking stuff up, Elizabeth, why are you screaming? I didn't have any symptoms, nothing. And like I don't know, this whole pregnancy has not been consistent. There hasn't been nausea, like not consistently, no food aversions. Yeah. So, I don't know. All I want to do is sit and do nothing. I just want to sit on the couch and do nothing, and I just want time to pass until my ultrasound. And I'm hoping they can get me in tomorrow. I really hope I don't have to wait until the end of the week or something. I was supposed to go in like a week and a half. And, one thing about this is I never heard baby's heartbeat. We never did the sneak peek, nothing like that. And I think it helps. I think it's easier to cope when you don't know, you haven't seen those. This isn't our first pregnancy. Obviously, we have Elizabeth. So, I think that helps too, having her. And it took us 9 months to get pregnant, and I'm just glad that I'm able to get pregnant. I know I can get pregnant again. Elizabeth wasn't our miracle baby. I mean, maybe she will be, but I know I can get pregnant again. And that was something in the back of my head that, I always wondered about. So, yeah. But I'm going to go now. I don't even know if I'm making any sense. But I'll keep you guys updated. So Monday at this point, I'm still bleeding. Actually, Sunday afternoon after I saw the doctor, I saw my first blood tissue. I don't even know what you want to call it. If you've miscarried before, you know what I'm talking about. And at this point, this is when I started to worry a lot and think the worst. I was still trying to stay positive, but it had kind of confirmed my fears, and that was a really hard night for me emotionally. I was trying to stay positive, but it was so hard to do that until I had the ultrasound to give me the answers I needed. So Tuesday at 3:30, I went by myself because you can't bring your spouse, or at least they told me I couldn't when I had my original ultrasound, so I figured he couldn't come. And we needed somebody to watch Elizabeth anyways, and I wasn't going to have somebody else do it. Even if we weren't in quarantine, I would have made him stay home with Elizabeth because I wouldn't have wanted to tell somebody, why I needed them to watch Elizabeth. And I'm the type of person where it's like, I would be okay, I kind of prepared myself for this, I expected it, and I would be okay going by myself. So when she did the ultrasound, she confirmed that I had miscarried, and she figured it happened around 6 weeks. And it kind of made me feel better knowing that it hadn't happened right now, or it wasn't happening right now. because that's what I thought. I thought I was losing the baby right now, and it was so sad. I mean, it was still a sad thing, and you know, nighttime was the hardest for me. I could do okay during the day when I had Elizabeth and Richard with me, but at night when Richard was at work and you know, Elizabeth was bed, that's when things got really emotional, and Richard felt so bad because he couldn't be there for me. At least Sunday night he didn't have to work, and you know, he could rub my back and kind of be there for me until I fell asleep, but he couldn't the other nights, and yeah, it sucked. It was not fun. I don't wish this on anybody. And so Tuesday night we decided to tell our family and friends, which is, you're going to see this video in a second, and I'm so glad we did. We didn't know what we were going to do, but we were like, you know what, let's just rip the band-aid off, let's just tell them, and then they can respect our privacy, because I really at that time did not want to talk about it. I didn't want to have to be repeating myself. I have a big immediate family, and so I basically just sent out a mass message to everyone, and this way everybody could get it at the same time, and I could tell everybody at once, and then I could just leave it. So, I mean, Richard didn't see the sweet messages until he got home, but that's when I, like, lost it. I cried so hard that night, and I think that was good for me, because I cried before, but I don't know, I just didn't have that good cry session, and I had it that night. And like I said, everybody was so kind and so supportive, and it was just like they knew what to say, because I think that's the hardest thing, is when somebody tells you they miscarry, it's like, what do you say? Like, unless you've been through it, it's so hard to know the perfect thing to say. And I just felt like our friends and family knew exactly what to say, and I was just so grateful to have them. And yeah, I bawled like a baby that night, which you're gonna see right now. Alrighty, guys. I said I would update you guys, and I'm going to. These are happy tears, I promise. But I just want to say, if you were going through this, so I guess I should do a backstory. We decided, it's also the same day when I'm filming this, but we decided to tell our family and close friends so that they didn't find out through other people, and I just didn't want something to slip or whatever, and this way we can move forward. We didn't want to have to repeat ourselves and answer the same questions over and over again, because at least for me, like, that just makes it harder for me to heal and move forward. And when you see this, I'll probably be in a better place, because there's no way I'm going to be able to edit this right now in the state I am, or like anytime soon. But we told our family and close friends, and we're just waiting to hear back from them all. But I have a huge family, and I just didn't want somebody finding out through somebody else, because that would suck. And we would never want, you know, to hurt anybody in a way like that. But just the love that we've been getting. Richard's at work, so I don't know if he's getting it or not right now, and he knows that I, like, told our family, because I just think that's important to do. And at first we weren't sure what we were going to do, if we were going to tell people or not tell people, if we were going to wait till we were in a better place. And we're in an okay place. We've had a few days. I don't even know what you're going to see and stuff, but we've had a few days to process it, because obviously there were signs leading up to it that it was a possible miscarriage. But if you are miscarrying, and I don't know, I just think that is something, I don't know, I don't regret it. I suggest you tell your family and your friends, like your close friends, just send out a group message. You can even message me, and I can, like, message you guys what I said and how I worded it, just so I don't know, just if that helps. But just the love and support we've been getting, it's just so wonderful. It means so much to us and to me. You know, yeah. So that's all I had to say. I just want to let you know that, yeah,
we are just so grateful to have family in our life and friends who are there for us and are just so supportive during this time. And yeah, that's all. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna read. The messages are coming in now. I've been reading some, and I'm gonna go back and read some more. But it's just, I mean, it still feels. A part of me is like, it's crazy to think that I was pregnant. Just because like, the only thing that really confirmed it was like the test saying that I was pregnant. We never had an ultrasound, or I never really had like crazy symptoms. But yeah, it just wasn't our time. That's okay. But yeah. And if you need support and you just want somebody to talk to, you're welcome to message me. But yeah. So that's all I had to say. And I don't know when I'm going to talk to you guys next, if this is going to be the end of the video, but I just wanted to share that with you.
So then I didn't update myself, I guess you could say, because you're not going to see these videos. I mean, you're going to see some until that Friday. And so at this point, this is when the cramping started, and it was very painful. Like, imagine really painful period cramps, and Tylenol did nothing for it, which really sucked. And my periods had started getting heavier, and I really wish I would have had Richard pick up adult diapers at this time. He ended up going because I had been going through so many pads. And so Saturday, that's when the period or the blood tissue, I don't know, I feel like clots and chunks just don't seem right to say, but basically that was happening a lot. The pain was worse, and I felt like that Saturday afternoon I spent a lot of time in the bathroom. And so I ended up calling OB triage at my local hospital, and I said, I don't feel lightheaded, but I'm just really concerned about the amount of bleeding and the size of the tissue that I'm passing. And I said, like I said, I don't feel lightheaded, but she's like, do you really want to get to that point? Which I didn't. So I went on in. There was nobody there. I had my mask. They gave me a mask too, like as soon as I got, you can't go any further until you got a mask on. And so I was there for 3 hours, and I got an ultrasound done and blood work done. And yeah, all of that took 3 hours by the time, like, I had to see the doctor and things like that. I was home within 3 hours, and he confirmed that I had miscarried. And this was like the third doctor that had told me this, or person or something like that. And I was like, I know, like, can you please stop? And I get its protocol, but I was like, yes, I already know this. But thanks for reminding me again. And they were all really nice people. I ended up teaching unintentionally the ultrasound technician that day a little lesson, but she hadn't gotten the paperwork yet, and so I went in the basement to get my ultrasound done, and she's like, so how far along do you think you are? I'm like, I miscarried. I'm not any weeks along. And so she felt horrible, and she was like young, so I don't know if that, like, she's just starting out, but she definitely regretted saying that. And I mean, I was okay at that point. Like, it'd been like a week, right? So I kind of accepted that this was the new reality. And it was hard because, you want to move on so bad and move forward, but you can't because your body is still processing this and still doing what it needs to do. So I was thankful that I didn't need surgery or anything like that, and my body was doing what it was supposed to do. But it's just not a fun experience at all. And I don't know how people do this and work. Like, I don't know how I would have been able to do this while working. Like, I'm grateful that I was able to stay home. And at the end of the week, when my cramps got really bad, that's when I noticed, like, the more cramps I had, the stronger the cramps were, the more bloated I felt. I felt so blah. Nothing fit right. Everything felt tight. All I wanted to wear was sweatpants. But I, like, made myself every other day put on workout clothes. I love my workout tights. They're kind of like thicker, and like they just make me feel better when I wear them. So that was kind of like I told myself, like, you're gonna put on a cute workout outfit every other day, and then you can wear sweats every other day, but you need to like try and you know, put yourself together kind of thing. So that's what I did. And I also got into coloring. I'm going to insert a picture here of what I mean, but I used the PicMonkey app, and it was just therapeutic for me, and it just kind of helped me distract me from everything else and just focus on the coloring, because that was hard, right? Like I couldn't get my mind off of it, and I wanted something to distract me. So yeah, Saturday I went and saw the doctor, and he ended up prescribing me some medication. I had to take 2 pills for 3 days, which today is my last day. After this, I'm going to go take my last Torah pill, and basically it just like kind of finishes it and gets it all out of your system. So they say like the cramping can be worse, the bleeding can be worse, you might see more chunks, things like that. Ugh, I don't like using that word, but I don't know what else to say. And I was really nervous for that. So that day we decided, so the following day I was going to take the medication, and we had Richard wake up, go get groceries. So this is Sunday now. Go get groceries, clean the house, because even though I was cramping, I wasn't like too bad. It was still painful, but it wasn't like, it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be once I took the medication. So we wanted to make sure the house was all clean, that there's nothing to do, so that if I needed to be upstairs and in the bathroom and stuff, that, you know, our house wasn't trash and there wasn't this and this to do. So we wanted to make sure we had nothing on our to-do list. And so I took the pain medication that he gave me, because he said, you know, it could be more, like I said, the cramps could be stronger. So I thought, oh my goodness. But he gave me some medication. It was like, I think Tylenol coated in something. And that helped with my cramps, because I was getting bad cramps. So I took that first, and then I put Elizabeth to bed, and then I took the medication. Oh, excuse me. But overall, I was okay. I basically was worried for nothing. And even that morning, I wasn't bleeding as much as I was before. So I figured it had to be almost done soon anyways. So yeah, I took the medication, and the only side effect I noticed was that it made me feel like I was hungry, like this hungry pain, even though I knew I wasn't hungry. And so I took the pain medication to go with it. And yeah, this is my last day of it, and it's basically done. I'm wearing just like a liner now, and it's taken almost me like 2 weeks. Like tomorrow's gonna be Wednesday, so almost 2 weeks, like 12 days or something from start to finish. And my sister said it was about 2 weeks for her as well. And yeah, definitely buy diapers if you're in the process of this, because it's heavy. And even on the way to the hospital, I had a little tickle in my throat, and I knew there was a lot. And thank goodness I was wearing a diaper, because I would have had a mess in my car. Like I even wrapped my coat around my waist, because I thought, what if I leaked through? And I actually ended up getting blood on my shirt from when I got my ultrasound done. So that was fun. I didn't even think to bring another extra set of clothes, which you probably should if you're gonna go. And yeah, so that's my story for you guys. That's what happens. It sucks. But it was just not our time, and as much as I want our family complete and done, we just want to have 2 kids. I just knew it wasn't the right time, and I'm just going to enjoy our family of 3 for now in sunshine, and focus on Elizabeth's 2nd birthday and Mother's Day coming up, and I just going to be grateful for what I have. And there's this company I found, I think through Tiffany Beeston, and it's an American company who makes like different like stuff using, like, I think they have a Cricut machine or something, and the one had, it said like Angel Mama, and I lost it. I thought it was the most beautiful sweater ever. I wanted to get it so bad, but right now they're not letting, or at the time they weren't letting, I don't know, it could have changed. Basically, I couldn't buy anything from any other countries except for Canada. So yeah, that is my story. So if you are going through it, feel free to message me. It's not fun. I don't wish it on anybody, like I said. It's tough, but we're gonna get through it. And, you know, it doesn't mean I'm never gonna think of our little baby. But, it's still, yeah, it sucks. poop happens, unfortunately, and yeah. So that is this today's video. I don't want to say this week because I have been posting twice a week, and yeah. I don't know, maybe some of you are surprised. I know I accidentally leaked out a video. It was a vlog of me going to get blood work done when I was pregnant, and I noticed it was public and 5 people had saw it, so I quickly made it private. It wasn't out very long. So yeah, maybe you kind of had a hunch, I don't know, but that I was pregnant or anything like that. But yeah, that is everything for this video. I don't want to make it any longer than it is. I hope you found it helpful, therapeutic something if you're going through it. I hope this helped, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.